Hi, this is BZ Rieger in the Quantum Playground, and I'm playing with questions today. I was nudged out the question. And that is, what emotion is your dance partner today? And I think a more direct way to say that is, what emotion are you choosing to be your dance partner today? Knowing that you're choosing it, whether you're doing it consciously or not. And that emotion has a frequency to it. And that frequency sets up things that flow from it. It is a match to, an attractor of, in syncs with other frequencies, other things that are in that same frequency vibration that your emotion is. And so if your emotion is anger or frustration or blaming, or which are all the root of fear, then that's a frequency. And since you are a powerful creator being, and you do it by frequency, because that's all we have. That is the entire multiverse. It's all frequency. This tangible, perceived things are all frequencies, vibrating at different levels, different densities, different bandwidths, and then they materialize to our linear eyes as stuff, things of substance. So our emotions lead the way of the inspiration and the passion of what we are choosing to create in that moment. And yes, even if you're thinking, well, I hate this, what's going on? Yeah, but you're choosing to create it. You just may be choosing it unconsciously. And, what goes with that question, and we can guess what emotion he's choosing to dance with. Right this moment. Don't knock the camera. So by realizing that and taking a step back for a moment, you can choose different dance partners throughout the day, consciously. You can change from one dance partner mid-dance step and select a different dance partner and make that shift consciously. And just as if you were doing something, that's, a lot of people like step by step, so there's instructions for something you have to do, whether you do cooking that way, I don't, but whether you do cooking that way, or there's something at work, or some other kind of thing where, you do this first, and then you do this for that, and then this and that and the other thing. You could, if you need that reminder, then, feel into, not so much think, feel into what's your emotion that you're carrying? What's the, emotional dance partner that you're sashaying around, gliding around, slow dancing around, doing the rumba, doing some, I don't know, up and down, really staccato, emotion, and seeing, what is that an attractor of, a reflector of, a match to in other energetic frequency vibrations that are showing up as it relates to that. And one of the reasons I feel that this is such an important question to play with right now is things are happening so fast. We are losing that gap between the creational impulse and data that goes out from us, that we transmit out, and the return, the answering, the unfolding of that thing that we put out to be created. It's happening super fast. Like, there is no separation on a lot of things. A lot of things that I do, a lot of things that I mentioned, a lot of other people have mentioned that is happening. So if we haven't already been playing with this and noticing this, now is a really helpful moment to do that. Because you're doing it anyways. You're creating, really fast anyways. And wouldn't it be cool if you created the things that you wanted on purpose? That doesn't mean they're all, perhaps in a frequency of pure love and expansion, although absolutely that'd be a cool place to go to. But you can clear a lot of stuff this way, which gets you to the expansive state. And noticing and choosing consciously, realizing that you're choosing whether you think you are or not, are all good mixtures to put into your, cosmic creation batter that you are whipping up. You're stirring it and baking off these creation cookies, every moment of every moment. And you don't need to set the timer very long in the frequency oven for it to be done and have those, delicious things unfold. So I just wanted to kind of do a reverse playing with questions and ask you that question. And, I'll give you one example. I was away this past weekend. Today's June 11th, so it's a Tuesday. I was away this past weekend at the Keegan and Agility trial, and he had an all of a sudden upset stomach, and it was stress related from something else. And anyways, it kind of snowballed into other things. And there was a moment at the end of the day, we were back at our hotel, and he'd had some success with some things that I had on to give him. But then he threw up water, which is, if you have a dog, that's a pretty bad sign. And in that moment, when all of me wanted to freak out, when all of me wanted to think, oh no, I'm away from, vets and all the things I have at home that could help with this. And I smarmy said, hey, this is a dance partner of fear and freak out and, monsters wrong with your dog thing. And I thought, no, I'm not going to do that. Certainly wasn't going to help him. And so I consciously changed everything. And I consciously said, well, wait a minute, you're a powerful creator being, and so is he. And the two of you can do healing energy and unwind what it is that's gone on in him. And so I did that and did energy healing work, energy work on him for the rest of the evening, throughout the night. And at 7 in the morning, he decided that he felt better and he wanted to eat. And it's been a process to unwind and unbind all of that he got twisted up within him. But I absolutely know that turned the tide then, instead of going on to a real emergency and having to find an emergency vet. So that's just one example. It's a very emotional based example because he's my buddy and I love him. But to stop ourselves in our tracks and go, well, wait a minute, I know how to do this. Trust that and know that. And you can do it with anything and everything. Anything and everything. If you choose to realize it and choose to trust that and choose to play with it. You're magnificent. You can do it. So please share the video if you like it, if you're moved to, subscribe, but mostly share a comment. You can send me an email or comment in the IUV posting of this, or Facebook, or on YouTube, and let me know what you're noticing is your dance partner that you're choosing to play with. And are you choosing consciously or unconsciously? And have you chosen to choose consciously, at least on a more regular basis? Life is spectacular if we choose to create that way and flow in it. I love you.